Over the past few months, the industry has been very busy preparing for the mandatory rollout of Sepa direct debits from November. What role has EBA Clearing been playing in this?
Well, EBA Clearing has played a very important and significant role, and we are just in the end phase of a very intense testing phase, not just related to the B2B or specifically to SDD, but also to the update of the rule books of the EPC. And for that, we have to thank very much all the banks who have participated in this. We want to thank very much our technological partner, CSSB. Both of them have banks and the technology partner help us to be successful in achieving the smooth conclusion of this phase. Well, I want to remind, to everybody that basically the EBA Clearing continue to be the only pan-European automated clearing house. So it is the real Sepa hub for the EPC scheme now in place. I'm referring to the SCT, SDD. So this role of the platform of the EBA Clearing in terms of being the hub of Sepa it's fundamental. And in practical terms, what I mean with that we in the company, in the first place with the SCT, and now step by step with the SDD, we are reaching a very broad reachability. In other words, for the SCT, we are ensuring 99.8% of the reachability among all the banks that have signed the adherence agreement of the EPC. It's a key role. And we are completing also for SDD. So this brings basically the number of participants in the SCT over 4,500 counterparties, and for the SDD we are for the core, SDD core, around 3,500, and for the B2B around moreover something more than 3,000. So this is extremely successful, and one point that is to be underlined is that we should try to explain this to the market, because every now and then we listen questions from people that have not yet this perception. This perception is key, the capacity of the platform to ensure reachability.
How does EBA Clearing Step 2 platform contribute to the Sepa initiative?
Well, if I think about the role of the EBA Clearing, we have started to do a lot of things even before the start, to some extent, of Sepa. We have basically to recognize one point. Creating Sepa is not a 24-hour game, and one of the points to be recognized is that there are differences in the banking practices, in the user experience, and the different communities across Sepa. What does it mean? That the EBA Clearing can play a very important role, a key role as enabler of facilitating the upgrade of the Sepa services. We don't want to be perceived just as the operational arm of the EPC. In practice, what we have done is, on a parallel avenue, at the same time we were implementing the EPC schemes, we were listening very much to the different community. We started from the Italian, from Luxembourg, we responded to the demand from the Nordic area. Now we are very pleased to see that even the Irish community has decided to move next year the domestic traffic in the system. This has, in relation to the joining of the Irish community, we have implemented a new bit of service, which is the bilaterals. And the possibility of exchanging bilateral files of payment and achieving the settlement in a very efficient, effective manner. So, in other words, understanding the differences of the biosystem in the payment arena across Europe is one of our main mission. And listening carefully what the community, banking communities are asking, but also customers are asking, we try to identify and to complete the puzzle of this Sepa environment or new world.
What else needs to be tackled on the road to full Sepa migration?
Well, there is no limit for improvements in all sectors. But we have to consider that any kind of resources has a dimension. So in the end, it's important to understand what are actually the priority. Currently, what we have done is trying to respect the concept of being a light, a thing someone loves to say, pan-European ACH. I believe that, and this is one of the thoughts I put forward in the board discussion, I think that it's time now to ask ourselves is what does it mean being thing for an ICH at pan-European level? Just for one reason. The industry, the market, is moving the attention from the payment bit to the transactional bit. So the question we have asked to ourselves is, what is the role of the infrastructure of the platform geared by the EBA Clearing in that context? And we could discover always remaining in the cooperative space. So without in the cooperation, not jeopardizing any value or business case of any of our users, we can identify new areas in which we can create value for the company, but particularly for our users and our shareholders. Your question suggested brings to my mind one of the topics that we are currently addressing. Everybody is talking about the commerce and how banking industry can address this. And regulators in Brussels and Frankfurt are pushing the industry to address the issue of the Sepa. Well, we have started work in that respect, listening very carefully and learning a lot from what has been made from the EPC. And we have work in progress in that respect because we want to be ready, sooner is better, in providing a solution that can cope with the demand of the market. And it's a key point. It's a key point is to some extent also a change in what is the approach that so far we got, because so far we were very much focused on the bank-to-bank. This kind of work underway should help us to understand if there are additional parts, additional bit of the service in which we can provide value.